So what is ClickUp? ClickUp is an all-in-one productivity software where you can manage everything and
Hi, good morning, everyone. Thanks for signing in. While we are waiting for your friends to join, we are still waiting for a few more participants to join. Please rename yourself, put your school name followed by your name. And I also see that there is some questions. So if you don't know how to change your name, just put it in the chat box, then we will help you change. But if you know how to change, you can actually go to the participants list, click your own name, and then you can change your name. You can click rename. All right. And also, for those who are asking about Kahoot, you can download the Kahoot app. If you're using your handphone, if you're using a computer, you can just go to the Kahoot website. Okay, kahoot.it. We will give you the link later, the code for the quiz later. All right. And when you actually use Kahoot, please use they will ask you to put in your name and your email address. So please put in your full name. If you can't put in your full name, it's fine. But make sure you put in your email address, the same email address that you use during registration. It doesn't matter whether you have a Kahoot account or not. You can still join Kahoot. Anyone and everyone can join Kahoot. All right. Doesn't matter whether you have an account or don't have an account. And yes, if you can't put in your full name, it's okay. Just put in your first name and make sure you put in your correct email address when we give you the link later for the Kahoot. Okay, the email address is very, very important. So we will start very, very shortly. In the meantime, just invite your friends, text your friends who are not here yet. We will start very, very shortly in about 7 minutes by 10:10. We hope to start the preliminary round. So just invite your friends, Those who are not here, just tell them we will start shortly. Okay. Good morning, everyone. Thanks for coming in early. So, welcome to the Bursa Investment Challenge preliminary round. If you are here, you're joining the competition, and so we will start with today's program. And let me just do a few reminders before we start. So make sure you actually rename yourself. Please put your school name followed by your full name on Zoom. So if you're joining on Zoom, you can actually rename yourself or you can put it in the chat box. However, if your friends are unable to actually join the Zoom because we got a capacity of 1,000 packs on Zoom, if you can't join, if your friends can't join, they can always go to our YouTube page. There's a YouTube live also going on at the moment, and they can actually join the session. All right. And of course, throughout the whole competition, throughout the whole quiz, make sure you have a stable internet connection. Try to find a spot or try to connect to the internet. Make sure you have a stable internet connection throughout the whole quiz. And yeah, as I mentioned, you can join our YouTube page if you can't join the Zoom. Okay, so without further ado, I can see Deepa online. So I would like to invite Miss A.A. Deepa, the Senior Vice President, Capacity Building and Broker Management, Investor Strategy and Development from Bursa Malaysia, to give her welcome remarks.
Good morning. Can you hear me, Roshan?
Yes, I can.
Can you see me, by the way?
Yes.
Oh, great. Great. Good morning, Roshan, and students. Thank you very much for introducing me, Roshan. Students, I am with Bursa Malaysia, and we are doing this for the second year in a row because we think it's very important for students like you to also learn about the capital market, particularly Bursa Malaysia. Once again, good morning, everyone. I'm very pleased to welcome you to the preliminary round of Bursa Investment Challenge 2024. Today, I'm very pleased that more close to 2,800 school students aged between 13 and 17 have actually registered for this competition. This is very good registration, very overwhelming, because last year I think we had about 1,500. It is very encouraging because it shows that you are very interested to learn and about finance and investments in the market. I'm sure you're very excited. You have visited the relevant websites that we have guided you. You are prepared. But regardless what your condition or situation is, do not worry. This is an experience, and this experience will last you. And maybe if we have the challenge next year, with this experience, you can join us again. So this again has been organized to foster financial and investment literacy in Malaysia, particularly among students. This is part of our long-term effort to engage, educate, and empower future generation of informed investors. So I'm sure you're very excited to start this session. Let me quickly take this opportunity to thank our broker partners, Hong Leong Investment Bank, CGS International Securities, and Phillip Capital for their generous contribution towards the prize money. Your support is greatly appreciated. I would like to also wish all the participants today the best of luck. I know this is via Kahoot, but read the questions and answer accordingly. I wish you all the best, and thank you.
Okay. Thank you very much, Ms. Deepa, for that welcome remarks. So students, as what Ms. Deepa has mentioned, I know that all of y'all are very excited. All of y'all are putting your names in the chat box, which is very good. And as Deepa mentioned, today we would like to, all of y'all have already learned about investing, about on the share market. And today we're going to test your knowledge on what you know about Bursa, what you know about investing, and what you know about the share market. All right, so let me just share my screen. Okay. Okay, so I hope all of y'all have prepared. Y'all have read the reading materials that we have sent. Y'all have gone on the Bursa website, created an account on the My Bursa page as well, and actually gone through some of the material that we shared with you. All right. So as as Ms. Deepa mentioned as well, the sponsoring organization. So this is what is up for grabs. All right. So for those of you who do well and reach the final stage of this competition, you are actually in the running to win all these cash prizes. And the champion actually will win 6,000 cash prize sponsored by Bursa. The second prize is RM4,000 sponsored by Hong Leong Investment Bank. Third prize RM2,000 sponsored by CGS International. And the consolation prize, which is 1,000, and also the fifth place 500, sponsored by Philip Capital. All right. So this cash prize, of course, as you know, will be deposited into your CDS account, which is your trading account. If you manage to win, then you will be actually eligible to actually start trading on Bursa. Of course, if you are below 18 years old, it will be opened under your parent or your guardian's name. Okay. So these are the prizes that is up for grabs. Now, what I would like to do next is to actually introduce some of the guidelines of the competition for today. All right, so I would like to invite Stella from LiveCham to actually take us through some of the guidelines before we start.
Okay, sure. So thank you, Roshan. So hi everyone, I'm Stella from LiveCham. So now I want to present some information about Kahoot before we begin the quiz. So for those who are using a laptop or computer, please access the www.kahoot.it to log in. So if you are using a mobile device, you can simply download the Kahoot apps. Okay, next. If you encounter any issue entering your full name, please use your registered email for identification purposes. Next. So please take note that here are some important dates. Only the semi-finalists will proceed to the semi-final round scheduled on 20th of July. And only the finalists from semi-final will advance to the grand finale scheduled on 27th of July. Next. Now allow me to explain the flow of the competition. Okay, so in a short while, you will be shown a game pin to enter the quiz hosted on Kahoot. You may join the Kahoot quiz using the apps or the web browser with any of your electronic devices, such as your mobile phone, tablet, or PC. So once you open the Kahoot, you will need to enter the game pin, which I will show to you later, and also your registered name and email. The game pin shown right now is not the real game pin. We will review the real game pin in a short while. Okay, next. So a very important point to highlight here is that the name and email address must be identical to the information that you use to register for the quiz. So even though Kahoot requests for a nickname, it is compulsory for you to insert your registered name. So any incorrect or misaligned information might affect your eligibility to advance to the semi-final. Next. Next. Okay, so this is a sample question and answer choices on the screen. You will need to select an answer within the time limit, and only one attempt is allowed for each contestant. Next. So this is what you will see whenever you got the answer correct or incorrect. Next. So how to advance to semi-final? Next. So there are a total of 20 questions in the preliminary round. Some are multiple choices questions, while some are true or false questions. You need to strive to answer as many questions correctly as possible in Kahoot quiz. You have up to 20 seconds to answer each question. No bonus mark will be awarded for speedy responses. The top 300 contestants with the highest number of correct answers will advance to the semi-final. Okay, so contestants participating in the BISC other than the registered email address will be disqualified. Next, contestant must ensure uninterrupted internet connectivity during participation in BIC. Contestant shall not request for a fresh or continued attempt on grounds of internet connectivity issues. Next. No duplicate name or entry is allowed. Participate in this quiz through only one device. Participating on behalf of another person is not allowed. The organizer reserves the right at its sole discretion to disqualify any contestant that is suspected of committing any form of frauds. The organizer decisions are final and absolute. Okay, next. Please refrain from joining and leaving during the session, as this may result in your email address not being captured in our Kahoot report, so that it will making it difficult for us to identify you. Next. So if you are tuning in from the YouTube, kindly answer the quiz via your Kahoot apps or the web browser without referring to the YouTube screen for the question and answers. There is a delay of 10 to 15 seconds on the YouTube screen. Next. Okay, so do you have any questions? Please type your question in the Q&A box. Okay, thank you.
All right. Thank you, Stella. So students, I can see some questions. Some of you all are asking whether have you been renamed yet. Now don't worry, as long as you put your full name and your school name in the chat box, we will take it as your, we will take that as your attendance, and we will ensure to you know, mark your attendance for this session. All right. And we have not given you the game pin yet. So right now, what I want to do is I want to ensure that everyone on the Zoom and everyone on the YouTube has understood what Stella has shared, and make sure you are prepared. Make sure you are already on Kahoot if you can. We will give you the game pin very, very shortly. So make sure you have a stable internet connection. Make sure you're ready. All right. So if all of you all are ready, can I just get everyone to put in the chat box? Give me a thumbs up or put ready in the chat box. Even those who are on YouTube as well, if you are ready, comment on the YouTube, say you're ready, or give me a thumbs up. Okay, so I know that you're ready. Everyone is ready. Okay, good, good, good. All right, let's see whether there's any other questions. So Stella, doesn't matter if they don't have a Kahoot account, correct?
Yes, correct. You can use the web browser, go to www.kahoot.it. Later, I will show you the game pin. Yeah.
Okay, so it doesn't matter if you don't have a Kahoot account, it's okay. All right, so you can go to kahoot.it and just wait for us to give you the game pin. Once we give you the game pin in a short while, you will actually join the quiz, and by then you will already start answering the questions as well. Okay, so I believe everyone is ready. Let's see if there's any other important questions being asked. So don't worry about attendance as long as you put your name in the chat box. We will take that into account. And for you to join the quiz, you will need a game pin that is used on Kahoot, which we will show you very, very shortly. Okay, so don't worry, we will ensure that everyone is on the Kahoot before we start the quiz. Okay, we will ensure that you have enough time to put in the game pin and join the quiz before we give you the first question. And the moment the question comes out, the quiz has started, and we will just go on every 20 seconds. The new question will come on. All right. Okay. Okay, there's a question. Must we have a calculator? Stella, is there any questions that require a calculator for this round?
This round don't need a calculator. We don't need to
Okay.
prepare a calculator. Yeah.
All right. So you don't need a calculator. Don't worry. Just be focused on The quiz will be focused on the Kahoot. Whatever you have read will be tested. You don't need to calculate on anything for this preliminary round. Okay, I think we are good. I think there's no more burning questions to be answered. So, Stella, shall we start the quiz?
Yes.
Okay, so I will stop sharing. But so students can already go on the kahoot.it website. So students, you can actually go to kahoot.it, www.kahoot.it, or if you're using your handphone, just download. If you can download the Kahoot app, I hope you have already downloaded. If you don't have to download, if you can't download, you can even just go to the web browser and then type kahoot.it. All right. I hope you all have done so. Okay, so Stella, do you want to share your screen?
Okay, wait a moment, yeah.
So students, just go to kahoot.it. Stella is going to give you the game pin. All right.
Okay, this is the game pin. So you can insert the game pin into the box.
So students, as you join, try to put in your name. Okay, if you can't put in your full name, that's okay. Make sure you put in the right email address. Okay, put in your email address that you used during registration. And yeah, of course, put in the code and join the Kahoot quiz. Right, so we can see a lot of people actually joining already. So Stella, we'll just give them a few minutes to join. Yes.
Yes.
Okay, while everybody is joining, there's a few questions here. Can we refer to notes? Each question, there's only 20 seconds to answer. So if you want to refer to any notes, I don't think you'll have enough time to refer to any notes. Whatever you have read, try to keep it at the front of your head while the questions are being shown to you. You won't have any time to actually refer to any material. Okay, so don't worry, just try your best. You won't get any extra points if you answer fast for this round. Okay, you'll just be given 20 seconds, and if you know the answer, put it in as quick as you can, and we will later on select the top 300 participants to go on to the semi-final. And after this quiz, we will actually send out an email and a message to you if you're selected to go on to the next round. Okay. So make sure your email address is an active email, all right? And make sure your email address is also correct. Okay, it could be your personal email, it could be your MOE email, doesn't matter. Just put in an email that you always use, and if you can, put in the email that you have used during registration. So just give it some time as well. Once you put in your name, put in your email address, just give it some time for you to be added into the game, right? There's a lot of people joining. You can put in your nickname. If you can't put in your full name, you can put in your nickname. Make sure your email address is correct. Okay, for those who can't put in your full name, don't worry. All right, just put in your first name and put in your email address, and then you will be in the game, in the quiz. Okay, so just give us a few more minutes. Stella, are we ready to start? Do we have, how many participants do we have online at the moment?
Currently, we can see there is a 1,100 people
Okay,
in the Kahoot.
1,100.
The number still increasing.
Okay,
Mm.
so shall we give another few more minutes, maybe another 2 more minutes for everyone to join? So some people are actually saying that Kahoot is actually checking their username. Is that a normal process, Stella?
Kahoot will need you to enter your nickname and also the email address only. They won't check for your username.
Okay. So if it's loading, if you put in your name, it's loading, just give it a moment. Make sure you have a good internet connection as well. Those who are already in, just relax, don't worry. We will start very, very shortly. We want as many participants to join before we actually start the first question, okay? If it's loading, yes, we understand. Don't worry, we'll give you some time to actually join. It could be your internet as well, okay? So if it's loading and it's not going to the quiz, make sure you check your internet as well.
I saw there is a student say, what if he forgot the registered email that he used for the challenge?
Okay. So if you forgot your email address that you used during registration, just put in an email address that you're actively using. Okay, put in an email address that you use because we will contact you through that email address. Okay. So give me a few more moments for everyone to join. I can still see a lot of people actually joining. Now I will also be disabling the chat box while once we start the quiz. Okay. So we don't want any distractions from anyone. Don't want anyone to disturb anybody. So I'm going to disable the chat box in a few more minutes. Okay, so just go to www.kahoot.it, put in the game pin 260244, and then you'll be in this BIC quiz. Okay, so Stella, I'll wait for your instruction to let me know if we can start.
Currently we have 1,309 people. The number
Okay.
is increasing and decreasing, increasing and decreasing.
Okay, so shall we give them another 2 minutes maybe?
Yep.
Okay, we'll give everyone 2 more minutes to join. If you already joined, just hold on. Okay, just stay at that whatever screen that you see. If you have not joined, try to join. I know some of y'all may be having internet connections issues, but try to reconnect your internet. Make sure you have a stable internet connection for the next 20 minutes at least for the quiz. All right. So some of y'all may have similar names. We understand, all right? So just put in a name that we can identify you, and then put in your email address as well. Okay, because there are a lot of people, so it may take a little while to actually load. Okay, so if it's loading, that means it's trying to get you in. Okay, so just be patient. If it didn't ask you to put in your email address, don't worry. As long as you're in the quiz, okay, we will be able to actually see who has joined later on.
Okay, currently we have 1,343 people in the Kahoot. Some of them saying that their loading is slow. Maybe you can try to check your internet connectivity.
So once the quiz starts, everyone who's already in, once the quiz starts, you just have to pay attention on what is happening on Kahoot. Okay, you don't have to look at the Zoom screen, or you don't. For those who are joining on YouTube, you don't have to look at the YouTube screen. Just look at your Kahoot and look at the questions, and just pay attention on the Kahoot, either web browser or the Kahoot app. Okay. For those who are joining on YouTube, there is a delay on YouTube as well. Okay, there's a 10-second, 15-second delay on YouTube. So if you're already in the Kahoot game already, just pay attention on what's going on Kahoot. All right, as the questions come out. Okay, so Stella, I think we can start. Right,
Okay.
I believe there's everyone has already put in their name, put in their email address. You're already in. Okay,
Okay.
so we'll just give another 30 seconds. All right, another 30 seconds, and then I will actually do a small countdown, and then Stella will actually start.
Yeah.
Right, and I'm actually going to disable the chat box in a short while as well, in a few seconds. So we don't want anybody distracting anyone. All right, so I'm going to disable the chat box. Hope all of you have already joined. Okay. Stella, you still got a lot of people joining?
Yes, still got a lot of people joining. There is another 20 people.
Okay. The student, I'm gonna actually, shall I do a countdown, Stella, so that we can start?
Okay, you do a countdown, then I will start.
Okay. So students, what I'm going to do is, I think most of you all have already joined. I hope that you've already joined, waiting. All right. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to do a short countdown from 5 going all the way down to 0. And when I reach 0, Stella will actually start the quiz. Okay, so I hope you're ready. Be prepared. Okay, try not to have any interruptions on your phone or your computer. All right, we're going to start the quiz now in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, Stella, you can start now. Okay, we are done with the 20 questions. Well done to all the students. I hope you managed to answer it accordingly and get all the right answers. So whatever you saw on the screen, those who are you saw your names there, right? Those are not the final winners of this round. After this, what we will do, we will actually look at the Kahoot report and we will actually identify who are the people, the 300 students who will be selected for the semi-final round. All right, so well done to all the students who actually joined. Uh, good job. I bet that you all have actually studied the materials and answered according to your best ability. And, well done in answering the questions, and I hope you learned something from this quiz. All right, so don't get too sad if you don't get selected for the next round. It's okay. All right, we will have, maybe most likely we will have this competition again next year, but it's all about your learning. This is a learning experience, and as long as you have learned something, you can always learn more information on the Bursa website from what we have shared during the webinar. And the idea is for you to learn about investing, to learn about all the, all the information you need to actually be a good investor. All right. Stella, do you have anything to share?
No. Yeah.
Okay. So we can actually end the session. So I'd like to actually invite, I'd like to actually say well done to all the students. Thank you for participating. Don't worry if you don't get selected. Okay. This is a learning experience. And those who are selected, you will actually find out via an email, and also, I believe, a message will be sent to you. And you should know if you're selected by the next 24 hours. Okay, you should receive a message from us via email or via WhatsApp or something in the next 24 hours if you're selected for the semi-final round, which is on 20th July, next Saturday, 10 a.m. So if you're selected, you need to come on the Zoom. We will send you the Zoom link, and you'll have to come and answer the second round of quiz of questions. Okay, so students, without further ado, thank you so much for joining. I hope you learned something. All the best to the participants who are going to get selected for the next round. Thank you for joining, and all the best.
Okay. Thank you everyone for joining. So thank you JA Malaysia and also Busan Malaysia. Okay. Thank you everyone.
Yes, thank you, Life Jam. Thank you, Bursa, for organizing this competition. We will see you at the semi-final round
Yeah.
next week.
Mm.